Good morning. My name is Ruben Sherry and I teach biology. We are going to be looking at a couple of aspects in biology and all to ensure that they create clarity on different aspects and how we understand the science. We're going to have several topics covered here, but we shall always go brief on each and every aspect to ensure we can cover widely in a given topic. You know how biology is detailed. So we're going to refer to different explanations that I will make here, and then you will receive the notes in the PDF form, and you will copy them or you will photocopy according to what you can afford. Otherwise, I realize it is necessary we address the nutrition. It has got some biochemistry that is so disturbing. I want to make an assumption that you understood the chemical biology, the work that will allow you to understand chemical compounds that are involved in nutrition. When we come to nutrition, we are going to analyze that nutrition is made up of branches, and we are two mainly. Number one, expect autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. Number two, heterotrophic nutrition. When we come to autotrophic nutrition to be served as number one, autotrophic nutrition. Some students don't understand what nutrition is. It means that there is an initiative to allow students understand what we mean by nutrition. When we say nutrition, what do we mean? You will realize that different students have got different definition to what is this, but normally in biology, a definition opens up the other ambiguous part of the science. Some people think that when you put the food in the mouth, that is what nutrition is. When a cow is eating grass, there is that nutrition. Or when insects are trying to suck that or decomposing materials is nutrition. What would be a suitable definition that would mean nutrition? Someone, when he concentrates on eating, I think he's excluding the plants. Someone has not imagined deeper in the biodiversity. When we are defining or relating anything to biology, we open up our eyes to wider aspects in the biodiversity. All of the living organisms are catered for. The unicellular organisms, you can think of the amoeba, you can think about the plants. Do plants undergo nutrition? How do they do the nutrition? So if I say that you are putting food in the mouth, am I accounting for the plants? So you realize that you need to define a refined definition to cater for that. The long story goes short, I will mention that nutrition will be a process by which organisms acquire elements. And you'll find these details in your notes there. The process by which organisms acquire nutrients in atmosphere. Nutrition. Process. Organisms acquire nutrients from atmosphere. And they normally utilize them. They utilize them to produce energy. Produce energy. Produce energy. Energy required. Energy required for the biological processes. So take that. The process by which organisms acquire food, acquire nutrients. They acquire nutrients. Someone can mention that nutritional elements. Organisms acquire nutritional elements and utilize them to produce energy required for biological processes. Now, you'll find details of that. When we consider this, that when you put the food in the mouth, what you're doing is you're adding nutritional elements. And whoever or whatever organism, or if it is an animal developing its cephalopodia, like which has addressed earlier, biology has mentioned that an animal develops cephalopodia when this develop, when it's around the food particle, we happen to have them fusing together and so on, creating a temporary food vacuum, whereby hydrolytic energy will hydrolyze it and produce product C. All of those are aiming at utilizing the elements present here, and those elements can be materials used to generate energy from the mitochondria, and the energy is utilized to run biological processes in this cell here. Plants equally extract elements from the atmosphere. You are aware that the teachers in your college book, they told you that the plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and it reacts with water in the presence of chlorophyll molecule. Chlorophyll is known to absorb the sunlight energy. Sunlight energy provides radiations that allow the reaction to happen, and we shall produce a glucose molecule. We shall produce a glucose molecule plus oxygen gas produced as a byproduct there. So this reaction was supporting photosynthesis, and that is your juvenile biology. That is juvenile biology. So oxygen is produced as a byproduct. Glucose is produced as an organic compound, which plants use as a source of energy by breaking it down in reactions that we shall look at ahead in the cellular respiration, how energy is produced from the glucose, considering the periodic cycle and glycolysis. We shall understand how that happens. Carbon dioxide reacts with water. Sunlight is present. It is absorbed by chlorophyll molecule. Now, this is what all of those students understand. But what are you going to understand when it comes to your level? How is carbon dioxide utilized in the plant to produce the organic compound? How is water important during the reaction? How is this epizose sugar formed? How do we form the glucose? Where is oxygen produced? Is it coming from water? Is it coming from carbon dioxide gas? These aspects are to be understood. And that calls up to understand. We need to understand, how is sunlight important? If sunlight is absent in this reaction, what is the fate of the reaction? Do you imagine having chlorophyll out of the equation? Are we going to have the reaction proceeding? So that is how you understand when they ask you questions that the factors affecting photosynthesis. So the factors affecting photosynthesis are these ones here, which are involved in the reaction. So the very reactants that must be present for the reaction to proceed, they act as the factors which affect it. If probably they are supplied in excess or they are insufficiently supplied for this reaction proceeding. example, carbon dioxide will be number one factor affecting the rate of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide partial pressures. How much carbon dioxide do we have? When we have the what happens? Water. This is the raw material. When we stop watering a plant, it will dry. Why is the plant drying? You mean water was this important in the plant? How is it important? So we need to appreciate how this water was involved in the process of forming food. Because if the plant is not generating food, because water is absent, it will not get energy to perform the other activities. For instance, uptake of mineral ions, cell division, flowering, all of the processes that require energy got from the exhaust sugar. So if we do not have the exhaust sugar, we shall expect no formation of energy. And eventually the plant will dry. Sunlight, chlorophyll molecule, and among others. You can now talk about those ones which you cannot see. For example, the size of the leaf. Of course, a leaf that is very big is most likely to have a lot of chlorophyll than a pine tree leaf. So we expect photosynthesis to occur more so probably higher in the banana leaf than a pine tree leaf. So here you would expect that a banana leaf will put on a very big fruiting with a lot of food, because the producing organs of this food are bigger than the other small leaf. Among others, presence and absence of inhibitors can be another factor. However, I want to give my attention to these first four. How do they affect the productivity? How do they affect the productivity of food? Now, this statement of photosynthesis occurs in two partitions. We have two main types of photosynthesis, and we expect the light stage, and probably the darker stage. So the light stage emphasizes that the food is formed partly during the light stage. Light stage is sometimes called light dependent stage. Try some books that write about and say light dependent stage. Some of them will call it light independent stage. Now that is the dark stage. Dark stage is light independent. It means for it does not depend on the presence of light or absentia. But the light independent stage for it will perfectly depend on light. And I want to mention here, what happens during the light stage? In the light stage, we have absorption of light. Light is absorbed and light is used. I want us to appreciate how light is absorbed by bringing back to our cytology, where the teachers were teaching us about the chloroplasts are structures in the cell that are responsible to absorb light. I will brief you on the structure of the chloroplast. Chloroplast happens to be an oval structure, double membrane, and all the membrane is not folded, contains matrix of fluid cavity. It is normally called the citroma. And within the matrix here, we have embedded structure. These are called thylakoid membranes. They are arranged together in a form known as grana, and they are arranged at different energy levels. You want to appreciate that they are arranged at different energy levels. Can you see that one there? So you realize that we have another one probably here at different energy levels. I want to repeat that. These ones here are called thylakoid membranes. Thylakoid membranes. And then the thylakoid membranes, a group of thylakoid membranes known as grana. Like that. So the fluid fluid cavity here is called a stroma, and we're going to see how these are important. These are interthylakoid membrane. They're called the interlinking membrane. They're called interthylakoid membranes. So this is the inner membrane. I mean, this is the outer, and then this is the inner membrane. So the inner and outer. Onto the thylakoid membranes, that's where we have the light stage taking place. So light stage, the light stage of photosynthesis takes place on thylakoid membrane, should be put on record. And then in the cytoma, that's where we have the darker stage of photosynthesis taking place. So whenever we introduce these facts here, I always want you to remember where do we find the thylakoid, where do we find the light stage, where do we find the darker stage. The darker stage is in the thylakoid membrane, the light stage is in the thylakoid membrane. Darker stage expected to occur in the stroma here. So it means you students are going to use your textbooks there to read about the structure. Read about the structure of a chloroplast. Read about the structure of a chloroplast. And read about that one. Read about the structure of chlorophyll molecule. Structure of the chlorophyll molecule. Find the details of the molecule. They will teach you details there of how chlorophyll molecule is. It has a magnesium central metal atom coordinating several nitrogen groups, bonds with several nitrogen groups, and these are apophylline protein links that are stretching towards it, and all of these ones there. You know the function of a protective group when you are studying the coenzyme. Protective group is known to increase the efficiency of a protein. So our protein chains here, and now to perform their main function, they will have to have a central metal atom. Their function will be performed much more easy. They will teach you during transport that the hemoglobin structure, the hemoglobin in blood, I'll take you away from that. You realize that each hemoglobin has got 4 structures that are called heme groups there. And these heme groups are perfect protein structures, 3-dimensional, called tertiary proteins. Yeah. Now these ones here, they have iron as the protective group. Each heme group have iron as the protective group. And the presence of this iron increases efficiency of this protein because it will readily alter its structure to easily load oxygen so much often. So whenever we have iron, we shall expect increased efficiency of that particular protein. Now, absence of the iron, the protein in each heme group might carry only 1 oxygen at a time. I want to relate here. Chlorophyll molecule, a green pigment. Green pigment given into the leaf chloroplast C is detailed in structure. That's why I want you to go read about that, and then they'll show you. You'll find that clear in the notes. Magnesium central metal atom with the 4 the diagonal nitrogen groups linking on it. Onto the nitrogen groups, we have the long carbonic chain forming a protein structure. The protein structure efficiency is increased in presence of the central metal atom. The main function of this here, it is to ensure it absorbs the sunlight, that's all. I want to mention that the sun in the tropic sea, is not so hot like the sun in the desert. Expect that magnesium structure. Now, the magnesium with the 4 nitrogen atoms linking on it, I want to make you understand the role of this structure of the chlorophyll molecule. And some other several questions that they can ask you here. They will always ask you to define what is chlorisis. Chlorisis. That one there. What are the symptoms of chlorisis? Now, chlorisis is a condition that happens in the plant leaves, whereby their leaves, the leaves turn yellowish. Leaves turn yellowish because they have poor structure of chlorophyll molecules. They have poor structure of chlorophyll molecule. The poor structure of chlorophyll molecule is the one which will have less magnesium atoms. Less magnesium central metal atoms there, and probably have less nitrogen atom. So the normal form will ask you multiple choice questions in your paper 1, emphasizing which one of the following is describing chlorisis in the leaf. Which one of the following is describing chlorisis in the leaf? So they start by part A, absence of sodium ions in the leaf. Part B, absence of potassium and sodium ions, probably like that. Part D, part C. Magnesium ion is only part B. Magnesium ion and nitrogen atoms. So you define the relevant answer, and that is when you relate a correct structure of chlorophyll to its functions. I was emphasizing that the function of chlorophyll molecule, I want you to understand very well. It is to absorb sunlight, absorption of sunlight like that. Of course, when you understand this one, the other things will become so easy to understand. I want you to understand what absorption is correctly and what absorbs. So what is absorbing is the chlorophyll molecule. The chlorophyll molecule, when it absorbs the sunlight, much of the light absorbed is utilized in the formation of the food light. We are going to see what happens in the light stage. So when we absorb light, we use in the light stage to form the exhaust sugar, which we call the glucose. I was giving an example that in the tropics, sunlight on the skin of the human does not seem too intense. If you compare it to the fellow in the desert. If you go to Dubai, you ask people there, they will tell you that the sunlight here, it feels like it is a little bit, a few millimeters away from the head. Now, what is this supposed to mean? This one will mean that the tropics fellows are safe, because for them, a person is standing here, and around this person there are several trees. Not that these trees are providing a shade to this person standing here. This shade is not enough to fail sun penetrate through there. Because those in Dubai, they will be sitting in their houses with roof structures. They have a slab there, the person is sitting here, but it is perfectly not comfortable. Even when in the shade. So the shade alone is not enough, but the chemistry and the biology present in the leaves of these plants is communicating clearly that it is naturally made to absorb the sunlight rays. They should be absorbed, for which purpose we are soon understand inside the chloroplast layer. It should equally be noted that within the thylakoid membranes that we have here that are forming the granular and the intergranular structures, It's where chlorophyll is embedded. So expect chlorophyll to be inside there. Chlorophyll molecule is inside here and not anywhere else. That is why we say that the light stage occurs on the thylakoid membrane. We noted that. So on the thylakoid membrane, this is the thylakoid membrane. Thylakoid like that. And we said a set of thylakoid membrane, we call it a grana. Not those ones. And then the structure that binds several grana or successful grana, we call it interthylakoid. Interthylakoid membrane. However, some books will call them intergrana. So you realize that here we have a fluid cavity where these structures are embedded. We say these are grana. I mean, these are stroma. I say that. In the cystroma, that's where the darker stage occurs. In the thylakoid membrane, that's where the light stage occurs. I don't want you to forget this, because that is the key for you to understand the process of the light stage and the process of the darker stage like occur during the photosynthesis there. Absorption of sunlight provides the temperate for the reactions in the leaves that are making up this tree to occur, and we shall successfully have the photosynthesis. So food will easily be made correctly, like I'm going to address to you. I emphasize that you go and read about the structure of the chlorophyll molecule, because they're going to ask you, describe the structure of chlorophyll. Relate the structure of chlorophyll to its functions. So giving adaptation of this instruction, you mentioned the structure or the several molecules or atoms that make up this structure. You give function of each respectively, and then they reward you with marks there. However, this absorption of light, it should be noted that it is not only chlorophyll performing this function. The O-level students are confident that chlorophyll, it is a green pigment in the leaf that absorbs light required for photosynthesis. I explained that the O-level student should not be only that, and you should understand the several other involvements in the absorption of light. Let me introduce something here. I want to introduce something here, and then you will understand now. Absorption pigments. Briefly, I want to mention that the leaf has got around up to 7 pigments, up to 5 pigments. 1 is 5 pigments. Only that most of you, whenever you look at it, it seems green. It seems green, but trust me, the green leaf which has been exposed to sun for weeks cannot be similar, the same green of a leaf which is for 2 days out of the bud. Leaves out of the bud, normally their green is a little bit lighter. And the leaves which have been exposed to sun for some time, which have been performing the photosynthesis, you find that their green is intense. I again want you to appreciate that when these leaves work for a couple of months, they use the green, you will manifest their coming to yellowish. This pigment yellow was not introduced in the leaf. It was there, only that the green was it was submerged in the green now. you couldn't observe it clearly in presence of the green. And if this yellow comes in, is an indicator that the leaf is failing to absorb sunlight. It's becoming insignificant to the plant now. The plant is soon going to lose it by abscission. Now, it will fall off from the plant. Trust me, when it falls off from the plant, it will again cease to be yellow. So you will appreciate brown coming out of it. This is same leaf. Now, this same leaf, after the brown, you will still appreciate the gray coming out of it. All of these are types of pigments that are present, whereby each particular pigment, it has got a percentage absorbance of light even when the leaf is still firmly attached to the plant there. I want you to understand that. And that one will introduce to us what we call action and absorption spectrum. Absorption spectrum. That. I want to list them. Number one, expect chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. Type A. Number two, expect chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. Type B. Number three, expect carotenoids. Carotenoids. Number four, expecting xanthophylls. Number five, expect phenophytin. So that's several pigments that are present in all leaves of plants. However, some leaves, they completely fail to adopt chlorophyll. You see, have you seen those leaves happening? We have seen some leaves do not have any of the A, they don't even have the B. Chlorophyll type A is the light green. Chlorophyll type B is the deeper green or intense green. Permission said intense green. Carotenoid is yellow. Although sometimes in leaves, according to its intensity, appears orange. Xanthophylls happens to be the brown. It will always show up after we lost the yellow, and finally